Our main man, Johnny Damon, man, joins the show. Everybody pound the like. Johnny, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Hey, we share a boy. You know, I saw you on Pac-Man Jones' show, so I was like, I hit Pac up, and I'm like, dude, I got to get fucking Johnny on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. What I heard the past 2 minutes when I jumped on, you guys are absolutely amazing. I'm loving these stories, and Mike Vrabel does command attention because when I saw the guy for the very first time, I was like, this is a bad ass mofo. Like this guy commands attention. And he's going to change the Patriots culture to their winning ways again. I mean,
and you still got some, you got like a lot of like heart still in Boston in the New England area. Is that why you're saying this? You want to see this?
Man, my heart never left Boston. You know, it was heartbroken, you know, but you know, I've made the best out of the rest of my career. Went out to New York, and you know what? We all have
shit.
Yeah, so
2004 lives forever.
Hey Johnny, Johnny, if it ain't on your mind, it'll never be on your fucking finger. Hey, I used to tell my guys, hey, if it ain't on your mind, it'll never be on your finger, man. Shit. Hey, let me ask you something. Did you like it? And we're older school guys, you, I, and Steve.
And me,
Steve does a show, boxing show with Mario Lopez, and I'm sure you know Mario, and he does with Jason Whitlock. So on Fearless, we're older guys, and then Smitty's works at Fox and been around all these younger guys, and there's two different like thought processes. Smitty, even though was coached hard at Ball State and understands it, like, did you appreciate the hard-nosed guy, manager, or dugout, you know, talk over now what we're seeing?
Oh, man, I love the hard-nosed guy. I mean, Tony Muser with the Kansas City Royals brought my confidence back to where it needed to be in the big leagues, because when you're a young player, all of a sudden they think you can't, if you're a lefty batter, you can't hit lefty pitchers, and I hit lefties very well my entire career. So early in my career, it was like, okay, if a lefty comes from the bullpen, I might get pinch hit for. And I was like, I could do so much against lefties. If the guy is so nasty, I can lay down a bunt, I can put the ball in play, I can create stuff. And therefore, I created so many errors on the opposing infield because of my speed. And a lot of people didn't think I was this fast because of my size, but I picked them up, put them down with the best of them.
Hey, you Johnny. A Kansas boy. You a Kansas boy, born in Fort Riley, no?
Yes, yeah. I'm an Army brat, and I grew up in Okinawa the first couple of years, but been in Florida for the past 45 years. So we're tough guys, you know?
No doubt. Steve, go ahead.
Johnny, you played football in high school, didn't you?
Yeah, but I knew that.
Good.
Yeah.
You were good, though. I mean,
I was good. But when you get your bell rung by Warren Sapp, Warren Sapp was an All-American tight end, and I'm a free safety, 185 pounds. This guy coming over the middle at 270 pounds. And then he turns into one of the best defensive linemen in the history of the game. But, Orlando, we had a lot of talent. So my high school, I mean, we had Wayne Brady, we had Louis Fonzi, Joey Fatone, and I went up to the Masters yesterday together. Up one day, back, AJ Brzezinski, Clinton Dix, Matt Milano. The list goes on and on. I mean, my high school was very talented.
You played at Dr. Phillips?
Dr. Phillips Panthers. And
I recruited them a long time.
Yeah, this whole area is just so talented. So that's why I haven't left Orlando. 45 years, going strong.
No doubt.
I love it. Well, you start off this segment, man, showing your hand and showing your two rings here. So I kind of want to transition there. Kind of share with us, you know, some of your, I guess, favorite memories from both of those rings. You said it was 04 and 09. Like, if you could share this one of your favorite memories from both teams, what would they be?
Well, breaking the curse after 86 years. I mean, when I first joined the Red Sox, it was like, even spring training, there was that thought that we would never win. And I was like, man, this is a horrible attitude to have. I mean, you've got to go into the season thinking you're the best team out there. Like, even when I was with Kansas City, like the early season, predictions. Oh, you're going to finish in last place. And I always looked at that as a challenge. I was like, last place, like we're going to at least be third place. But you always had to bring your A game, So our offense in Kansas City in 2000, we led the league in hitting with a 288 batting average. I mean, you have myself, you have Ray Sanchez, Jermaine Dye, Mike Sweeney, Joe Randa. I mean, we were balling with everybody. So 288 team average that year. I think the best last year was 263. So we created chaos. We all could bunt, hit and run. Still, we all were fast. We all were young, and we all had some fun.
Hell yeah. Hey, let me ask you something. While we're talking about rings, Steve and I are old school. We talk about like the history of the game. The rules have changed. Obviously, they had the pitch count or the clock and the extension of the bases as far as making them bigger. Where are you at with that mindset? Is this a big deal? Because Steve and I, let's say we want to go to a Dodger game with Mario Lopez as he drinks margaritas in the front row, and I'm sitting there like, and it takes 3 hours to get in Dodger Stadium, and it takes 3 hours to get out, but the game's an hour and a half. I'm like, what the hell is this? Is that a big deal to you guys nowadays? Would you like to play in this era?
I would love to play in this era. I mean, the fact that the guys can only throw over 2 times. I mean, we will be stealing bases nonstop. I mean, what Ohtani was able to do last year as a big guy, a slugger, and steal bases, I mean, it just makes the game a lot easier. And like, you can't throw over. You can start running from the get-go. I think it's a great era. I think there's a lot of young superstars that has ignited this league that people are paying attention. All sports people are paying attention now. Maybe it's because of all the betting you can do now and people pay attention because playing fantasy football was the reason why I got back into football because I wanted to see all these guys going. And with all this betting going on, I mean, people are locked in. People are locked into the torpedo bats. People are locked into home runs. So offense always spurs the game. Defense always wins.
Johnny, but do you think overall there's too much of an emphasis on analytics in terms of the style of play and how it impacts what we see as fans?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of analytics. Analytics pretty much got me out of the game because once they saw me 38 years old, they're like, oh, his best days are behind him. Well, of course, but my body type, my mom's from Thailand, so I'm like strong. I'm 51 right now. I'm an absolute beast. I could still run a 4.7 maybe.
Pretty good.
And I play soccer every Sunday, so my body type is so much different than, say, I won't say any names, but when I turned 8, I was still like rock solid, natural beast. And the sabermetrics of the game does not judge a player's heart. The sabermetrics does not say I can score from first base on, a double, or I can stretch double into a triple to get closer to scoring runs and RBIs wins your baseball game. So I could do a lot of these things. Even though I didn't have a strong arm, I knew that I had one of the quickest releases ever. Like some guys take 2-3 steps to make sure that arm looks good. I pretty much got the ball and it was gone. Jeff Conine taught us Kansas City Royals, like the average of getting rid of a ball was like 1.2 seconds at one point. Jeff Conine taught us how to get rid of the ball in 0.3 seconds. So think about it. You're cutting down 3 steps.
Out of the glove or?
Out of the glove, 0.3 seconds. And Jeff Conine taught Jermaine Dye, myself, and that's why we played very great defense. And even, like I mentioned, without having a strong arm, you can figure out a way to help your team win games. So it takes away the heart. Sabermetrics takes away some of the great veterans who should hang around for a little bit longer. But I had a great career. I loved it. It was a great time.
I love it.
Johnny, you were on that 2003 Red Sox team, right?
Yeah, devastating.
Okay, so I want to ask someone that was on the field. You guys are up 5-2. Pedro's pitching a great game, but he's obviously running out of gas in that famous game. You know which one we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're out there, and Jimmy Williams comes out. Are you thinking to yourself, "Great job, Pedro"? Great.
Yes. We actually thought Pedro was coming out the inning before
right.
because they shook his hand, and then they sent him out. Why? I don't know. Looking back, we should have made a change, but also to Grady Little's credit was he was given a team without a closer. You know, the sabermetrics, the GMs from Harvard, and like Theo, they're all trying to recreate the game, and it's moved in that direction. So they did a great job. They're winning championships. But at that time, Grady was like, okay, who wants the ball? And Pedro was like, I'll take the ball. And when Pedro, one of the greatest ever, wants the ball, you got to give it to him. And just thinking, I'm praying for everyone in the Dominican. I mean, I know there's a lot of family members of baseball players and people that I've known, singers, a lot of people I see at David Ortiz's golf tournament. I mean, what a tragedy. And man, I love the Dominican people. And Octavio, every time I saw him, he made me happier. I mean, he was such a great teammate. And yeah, that's a tough one for me, man.
No doubt. That's a great story, man. I appreciate you sharing it. I got to ask you something. Where's your heart at the end of the day? You got 2 rings. When people talk about Johnny Damon, what do they say? You're a Yankee or Red Sox, a Kansas City Royal? What are you?
All of the above, man, because I appreciated every single moment I had in the big leagues. Every team treated me great. Every team wanted me for some reason. And I wanted to always bring it for them. I always wanted to take care of the fan base. Like I stopped and signed autographs for so many people, and I appreciate the love. The love is really good when you have it, and you want to keep on feeling it as much as you can. But to this day, I can tell people I've been loved and hated everywhere, but for the most part, they all love me. They all know I'm a great person, great human being, and always gave it my all. So I always brought my A game.
Johnny, was it tough going to the Yankees because you know how the Red Sox nation feels about the Bronx Bombers?
Oh, absolutely. It was very tough going to the Yankees. I never wanted to leave Boston. But when you're told you're going to be in Boston for a long time, go ahead, buy a house. I bought a house that I thought I was going to be there forever, and then no contract offer until after I agreed with the Yankees. It's tough because I had other teams lined up. I called Detroit. They lost 120 games, and I knew they were close. They had a very good team, and they were like, we would love to have you, but we're going to give a shot to this young center fielder named Curtis Granderson. And, you know, I understand.
Good.
Yeah. And then I thought about the Dodgers. I had my house picked out at Trump's Palos Verde, got the golf course there, got the view. And the Dodgers at the time said they had no money. So it's like, okay, the Yankees are the only team out there that I can really strike a deal with. So I called the Yankees. Oh, no, the Yankees called us and said, take it or leave it. And I'm like, okay. I called the Red Sox. I was like, guys, I don't want to make this move, but it's in your court. And, you know, they thought I was bluffing. I don't bluff. I don't lie. I'm honest. And when they said that, my wife goes, they're calling you a fucking liar. and I was like, okay, so we signed with the Yankees, and all hell broke loose then. We kicked the Red Sox ass the next year. Red Sox finished in 4th place. They knew that the importance that I had. They were like, okay, let's go out and spend $250 million to replace Johnny. They got Dice K, gave him my number 18. Dice K was, they signed Michael Lowe, JD Drew, all these guys, but
didn't replace
the impact that I could bring to a team, not just on the field, but clubhouse wise.
Yeah.
A-Rod's talked about it quite a bit, so he knows what I brought to the table. I know what I bring to the table, even today.
Yeah, I think that Dodger era was Frank McCourt. They probably didn't have money, now that I think about it. Johnny, if I'm not mistaken, that Game 7 of 2004, the ALCS, you had a 3-run home run early, right? Was that you? Or was that Trot Nixon?
It was a grand slam, actually. So let's get
okay. Yeah, well, I don't want to take credit. When you guys were, I remember watching that game because I have relatives in Boston. Like they were devastated by the Aaron Boone thing, and they hadn't gotten over 86, to be honest with you. So 2003 happens, and you guys are up big early in Game 7. I remember thinking, if the Red Sox somehow blow this, they should just shut down the whole franchise. They're never going to beat the curse of the Bambino. Was there any nervousness going into the 5th and 6th saying, we can't blow this, can we? Like, what's the mood in the dugout at that point?
Well, as you mentioned, so I hit a grand slam in the 2nd inning, and a couple innings later, I hit another 2-run shot. And my expression running around the base, I mean, in today's game, there'd be like raw, yeah, look at me. I remember what happened the year before, so I'm just like, no, let's not give this up. But we got out to a great lead, and then we gave them some momentum. Yes. We brought Pedro into the game, and all of a sudden there's like hit after hit, and Trot and I are looking at each other going, why don't we just do this? Because everybody in New York gets up for Pedro Martinez, and they're like, whatever we can do to disrupt him. And then they got a couple hits, but Pedro got out of trouble, and we breathed a sigh of relief. But we also had Keith Falk. Right. Keith was a closer that we didn't have in 2003. So it was amazing. And but yeah, we didn't think the game was over until it was, and then the curse still is not over until we win the World Series, which nobody gave us a chance against the Cardinals and their team.
Did you sweep them?
Of course we did.
Talk your talk, Johnny.
We were on fire, and then
of course we did.
Yeah. So everyone, after we were up 3-0, said, "Oh, you guys came back from 3-0. Do you think the Cardinals can?" And I was like, "Well, of course they can." So I had to lead off Game 4 with a home run, silence the crowd, and so the crazy thing was that was my in-laws' first game they saw me play. So I lead off the game with a home run. We get a triple. After the game, we celebrate after 86 years, and we have Drew Barrymore, Jimmy Fallon on the field celebrating with us because they had to change the ending of Fever Pitch.
The movie.
And then I told my in-laws, I was like, you will never see a better game than this. Like, you don't have to watch me play ever again. Just be happy that I'm taking really great care of your daughter.
Johnny, didn't Kevin Millar make all of you take a shot at Jack Daniels before certain games after you guys were down 3-0?
We went 8 straight games of taking shots before the game. Yes.
Did it make baseball easier? Did it take some of the edge off, some of the nervousness?
Of course it does. I mean, Kevin Millar, such a great teammate, the gift of gab. I mean, just absolutely incredible. And we did our shots of Jack Daniels, and we won 8 games in a row. So it was awesome.
I would have kept that going because if the old guys had greenies and amphetamines, you guys should just have Jack. Johnny, as a major leaguer, I wanted to ask a major leaguer this question because you played in that era. Is Barry Bonds the best player that you ever saw? And I know you're in the opposite league, but based on what you know about this game, how difficult it is, where would you put Barry Bonds? I think he's the best player of the past 50 years at least.
Man, he is. I mean, he was absolutely amazing. The fact that he was intentionally walked so many times that year was insane. And he hit 73 home runs. He's the best that I've seen. And I'm talking about the best, like Ken Griffey Jr. also. I was with him yesterday up at Augusta and had a great time with him. And just Barry Bonds, when he got one pitch, he did not miss it.
Johnny, he got one pitch a series.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
He could not miss. And you talk about the intentional walks, Johnny. They used to intentionally walk him multiple times with bases loaded. I think that's the ultimate. I don't even think Babe Ruth got that type of respect. I really don't. And the guy was a 9-time Gold Glover. He stole 50 bases a lot. He's the only 500 guy in the history of baseball. So then I want to lead into this. Is what Shohei Ohtani the greatest thing you've seen in Major League Baseball then?
Shohei has brought baseball to the forefront throughout the world. And going back to Barry Bonds, the best player many of us have ever seen, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
it's a damn shame.
The top hitter or most hits, most home run guys are not in the Hall of Fame. And there's a lot of question marks always surrounding baseball on who's really good. So me being a center fielder, my stats blow away a lot of people in the Hall of Fame. But because you don't get the gold gloves, because there's guys like Torrey Hunter and Mike Cameron getting them and keeping you off, you don't get to the All-Star game because, during that time there was a lot of guys taking their stuff, making sure they can do well. And you don't make All-Star games because I played for the Kansas City Royals. We had one guy who went on the team, so Mike Sweeney would go, Jermaine Dye would go, Jeff Montgomery would go, and then I'm just sitting here. My 3 years in New York, I feel like I was probably one of the best on the team, made 0 All-Star games with the Yankees, and it's because how the fans vote, political stuff, but baseball has always been politicized. Pete Rose, I mean, come on. When you bet on bet on your team, I want a manager who says we're going to win every.
No shit.
Right? So it's like, okay, his bad. He apologized. Put the guy in the Hall of Fame, but he's not around now. And but Barry Bonds, Gary Sheffield, like the guy in trouble.
How about Roger Clemens?
Yeah,
the best right-hander of my childhood.
Yeah, well, these guys never tested positive for anything. It's all the assumptions. And
well, Johnny, this is the perception I don't like, is that somehow Barry Bonds had a distinct advantage over everybody, as if he's the only guy that had suspicions. The reality is, Johnny, people don't talk about that. The pitchers were on it too. But don't make it sound like it's olive oil tossing the ball underhanded to a bunch of Brutuses. That's not the case.
It's not the case. It's something that baseball should have took care of, and they did, but they took care of it, defaming the best players that ever walked the field. And that's the issue. I was always against it because I was always thrown in that category because of my size, my speed, my talent. And looking back now, I remember the criticization that A-Rod always got. It's like he killed somebody. No, yeah. A-Rod was like one of the best ever. He went out there. He wanted to be the best he could, and he did. And look at how great he's doing now. I'm like, God bless A-Rod.
Hey, Johnny, let me ask you. I'll get you out of here real quick. A couple questions we got, but let me ask you: Is Barry Bonds a Hall of Famer strictly from what he did in Pittsburgh alone?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, you can split his 2 careers. They're both Hall of Fame.
That's crazy.
He actually has 2 or 3 MVPs he didn't get because he didn't win the popularity contest. He literally should be an 8-time MVP.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Badass.
I know you got Smitty. I know Smitty got a question for you.
Well, we're talking about hitting right now, and earlier you kind of loosely had mentioned the torpedo bats, which has been a big topic over here in the beginning of the season. I'm a casual fan, so please break it down to me. How much of an advantage, if any, is it by using the torpedo bats?
Okay, so I'm not sure what type of pitching the Yankees actually went against the first couple series. So their bats cooled down a little bit, but the idea of it's really good. If you have a bigger barrel to square it up, why not? And it's great for baseball. People want to see home runs. It's a great talking point right now. Let's see how these teams do against the great pitchers, but also the technology in this game. Like, I went down to JetBlue Park right before spring training. there's these machines that you can face the pitcher like 10 times before you face them in the game. So you see everything.
Pitches and the way they throw, yeah.
So now you're kind of like, okay, I know how to approach them. I know how to attack. It's insane. And that could be a big reason why the Yankees are doing well. At the time, only the Yankees, Red Sox, and I think the Blue Jays had that simulator that could get them ready. If every team has it, I mean, watch out, pitchers. It's going to be a long season.
Hey, Johnny, before we'll let Steve end it, we'll get you out of here. I appreciate you, man, greatly. Let me ask you 2 questions. I'm a Dodger guy growing up in L.A. I had Brett Boone on a couple weeks ago, and he was on that team in Seattle when they won 116, and he said this is the first time he's actually scared of that record possibly being broken. Can you see it being broken by this roster and this team?
No, I don't see it. I think once it gets to the dog days, the Dodgers are going to rest some guys, but like, how great of a player is Kiki? I mean,
yeah,
this guy, every time I see him, I'm like, man, I want this guy on my team. He knows how to do everything on the ballpark. He can play every position. Like having a guy like that, you can, if someone's a little banged up, a little hurt, let's put Kiki there because we know he's going to give us his very best. I mean, wow, he's champion.
No doubt.
Yes.
No doubt. Hey, I know you played for Oakland, the A's, and they moved to Vegas. I just got to ask you, not only, I know you weren't there very long, but let me ask you, how important is that to Major League Baseball? And what is it like now that you see them leaving, going to a place like Vegas where entertainment capital of the world. Now they got football and all that. We get it. Maybe basketball soon. Who knows? But now baseball's going there. What happened in Oakland? What was the whole deal?
Man, I love playing there. I learned how to play winning baseball in Oakland. These politicians need to clean up their cities. I mean, it's a war zone right now. It's
no doubt.
Nobody wants to go out at night and do anything. Vegas is a great spot. I feel for the Oakland fans. And Sacramento, I hear they're pulling in more fans. Because they have a great fan base, but it's not safe in Oakland. We got to clean that up. But what I really want to do is bring the Rays to Orlando. Myself, Griffey, Barry Larkin, all of us who have Orlando ties, Zach Greinke. I mean, Orlando would be the perfect place. And this I-4 now from here to Tampa, 275 south, it takes us probably 2 hours, pedal to the metal to get to a game. It's tough. People don't want to travel. And when you have these TV packages, you're just saying, okay, I'm going to watch it at home. But Orlando has a couple great areas, one next to Aquatica, one next to Gaylord Palms. And and you have tourists here all the time. And I mean, teams sometimes have to move, but Orlando would be amazing.
Nice.
Yes.
Damn. Steve, any last questions? Get
one last question, Johnny. Is Manny Ramirez the best natural hitter you ever played with?
Well, I thought so until he got popped a number of times. So, but
we all need help.
No, but I mean, Manny was so good. Like Manny would strike out on a pitch this far outside, and then they'd tell the bat boy to go grab him a 36-inch bat, and then they'll see the same pitch next at bat, and he hits it over the pesky pole. Manny was such a great talent. So it was so good. And unfortunately, like talking about people being popped, unfortunately, some of the best players won't be recognized because of the era where it was not illegal, but in the eyes of people, it was. Yes.
No doubt. Man, great shit, man. I can't thank you enough. We got to do it again, man, as the season goes along. I appreciate you, man. I watched you and Pac-Man, and we know Pac-Man well, so I thought it was hilarious, man. I appreciate you coming on here. We got to do it again soon, man. I wish you the best.
Sounds good, great. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great day. Enjoy the Masters.
No doubt. Hey, who you got?
Man, I'm thinking Cameron Smith is going to sneak up on a few people. So,
I got Wyndham Clark, my sleeper. Wyndham
Clark is so good, but all these guys are so good. So it's
they are.
Golf is great, and when you get the world's best coming together, I mean,
yeah, no doubt,
everyone's going to pay attention.
No doubt. Johnny, much love, man. I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Thanks, Johnny.
Take care.